Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is a video all about the Colourpop kind of collection. I've got the Going Coconuts palette, and I've also got the Coco Loco, it's the Lippy bundle. So first, let's start out with that. And also I'm going to be trying today in this video the new Jaclyn Hill it's the Mood Light Duo Luminous Powder and Brush Set, and I actually got mine in the shade Carats, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And yeah, we're going to do an eye look with that and test out these products. I'll let you know what I think. And if you're excited about today's video, you can give it a like while you're watching and a thumbs up. That's the same thing. And a subscribe if you do feel like subscribing. Other than that, let's get straight into the video. So I'm going to open up the Lippy box first. And don't try to take both out of this side because the lip chap here comes out of the top. And then opening the bottom is the Lippy Scrub. I'm going to be honest, this is not my first time trying it, but it comes with a little stopper here, which is pretty cool. And it feels really, really nice. It feels like the Tarte lip scrub, except a little bit bigger granules. It's very, very gentle on the lips, but is effective. And it is very emollient feeling, almost like it's an olive oil base. It's really very pleasant. There's no smell whatsoever, and this, I feel, is going to last a very, very, very long time. Let me put that stopper on, otherwise I will forget about it. Okay. So I'm just going to rub it around and then wipe it off. All in all, I feel like that did a really good job. Not as effective as the Tarte, but it's less abrasive, so I like that about it. Now going on with the Lippy Balm. See? This has just a little plastic scent to it. It's very thick and nice and slippy, not too slippy. It feels, the texture of it feels like the Laneige, but a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter, which I actually prefer. And this is actually very long lasting. I have tried it before. So yeah, we have that. I first want to go in and go all over my face with this duo from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. So in the box I just showed you becomes two more boxes. One which houses the actual luminous powder, and it has French on it, and this is obviously the shade Carats, and one that houses the actual highlighting brush. It says powder brush. It says powder brush. Okay, so buff and sweep with this multi-purpose powder brush. I can assume we shall have a look at it, and then I will determine what I think its multi-use function is for. Okay, here's the brush. It looks like this, although, you know, it's pretty stiff. I did take my Cinema Secrets to it. So it looks like this. It's a little flimsy. This would be great for highlighting and, you know, a little dusting all over the face. It would actually be great for contouring, for setting underneath the eyes, you know, for contouring the nose. It would be good for a lot of things. So I got this set, was I think $57 and it retailed for $68, or it was like $49, something like that. But I got the set because everything else was sold out, and I also got this set because it was a better deal. Now, when going in, there's a piece of, you know, plastic covering the powder so that it doesn't fly everywhere, which is really nice. Something interesting to note, when I took that plastic off, none of these had to be poked through. They were already open. Just noting that. Not a big deal in my opinion, but I like the packaging. It's really, really nice. Weighted, looks luxurious. So let's sprinkle a little bit of this in, and it looks really, really dark, but let's just swatch it on the skin here. I'm going to give it a good swatch and then show you guys. So there's that right there. It's very subtle. It looks deceiving because in this cap it looks super dark, but here it would look like a perfect match for me. So let's go ahead and put it to the test. I'm going to just shake some out into the cap, take the brush that it came with, swirl, and let's see if the magic happens. I'm going to swirl it all over my face. Let's see, do you guys see a difference? I see a subtle difference. It's not supposed to be a highlighter, it's supposed to be an all-over finishing powder, you know, sort of like the Hourglass. I do see it. I really, really think that this is super, super beautiful. And it's absolutely perfect for my skin tone. Just building it up. It doesn't look highlighty at all. It just looks like a nice radiance to my skin. Like a nice glowiness, a radiance. So overall, I'm really happy with this product. You guys can see right there that it just looks super radiant on the skin, glowy, luminous, and dewy. So I am a fan of that, first impressions. Now, everything of hers is sold out. She's supposed to launch more, I believe, on December 5th. Now going into the Going Coconuts palette, I think the Lip Balm and Scrub Duo was $9. This individual palette was $12.99, and of course you get the standard 9 shades. You know, the mirror in the palette, which I really do appreciate. This is a wonderful, neutral, everyday kind of palette, right up my alley. I love, 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 love palettes like this. There's some shades in here that are truly unique. What I really love is that there's no pressed glitter in this palette, so it is useful for absolutely everybody. You know, no one should have a problem with it. We're going to go ahead and create a nice eye look with this. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. There's only so much you can do with this palette. And then we'll go ahead and finish up the face together, and I will let you know my thoughts on this and also the Jaclyn Hill. Okay, so for the transition shade on this eye, I actually mixed Kulala and Shell Yeah. Shell Yeah is like a pinky, it's more of a warm undertone. So that is one shade in here that's a little bit warm. The rest are, you know, taupey, you know, the browns and the dark brown. But I like that they added that one warm tone in there because I think it really makes a difference. I'm just blending to the top of the brow bone. I mean, not all the way, but a good way up with my, this is a Smith 232 brush, and just kind of blending outward as well. No fallout from these, and actually really no fallout on the pan as well, so that's really nice to see. For the lower lash line on this end, I went in with just Shell Yeah, and I just built that up a little bit. I'm going to try to use as many of the colors as I can and do, you know, sort of a different look than everybody else has been doing that I've seen on YouTube with this. So far, so good. Up next, we're going to go into Lovely Bunch right here. And I'm going to place that in the crease and keep that really low and almost put it on the eye lid. I'm going to build that up maybe 2 times. These are very, very creamy, pigmented, no skipping, no patchiness. They're really, really nice shades. I really, really enjoy them. Taking the Sigma E30 pencil brush, I'm taking a Lovely Bunch again and running that on my lower lash line. Just doing the same thing I'm doing to the top, to the bottom. So far, so good again. Okay, so what I've done on this eye is taken Nutty. It's very pigmented and a lot of fallout. So I just tapped it off, and there's none on my face. What I'm going to do is sort of pat this into a shape like this. Almost like a winged liner kind of effect. Just like that. And with the same brush, Sigma E25, I'm going to run that along the lower lash line from inner to outer corner, leaving this blank. So I guess going in 3/4 of the way. Yeah, just leaving it like that. That's pretty cool looking. Okay, so what I've done on this eye is I took my finger and I took Get Crackin' and I placed that all over the lid. This is a really nice neutral, cool tone kind of look. I really like this shade a lot. And then you can just leave it at that. That's like a nice smoky eye. Then I took Cocoa Crush on a wet brush and I went over that. This is very pigmented. I recommend a wet brush because the color doesn't pop unless I used my finger and it just didn't pop on the other side, so I ended up using a wet brush. But it is really pretty, as you can see. It's very foiled, very lovely. And then what I did, there's some fallout there, taking my Jaclyn Hill powder and just buffing that away. I then went back to my outer corner and I just took Nutty and Shell Yeah, and I just reinforced that a little bit. With my finger, I took Get Crackin' and I just placed that on the lower lash line. Sort of deepen things up. For the brow bone, I actually took this shredded shade. It has a little bit of glimmer in it, sort of a twinkle, and it's really pigmented. I actually put that also on my inner corner as well. On here you can see it more, but I don't really want a blinding inner corner. I also put that on the lower 1/3, but then I noticed it wasn't super pigmented, so I took Palm Reader and I ran that along the lower inner third to open up and brighten that area. And then I also took Palm Reader and just put it up here just to add a little bit of glimmer and dimension. So that is it for the eye look. I'm going to put on mascara, lashes, and I will be right back. Alright, I actually didn't do any lashes today. I just wore the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is the Luscious Full Fan Effect. I am a fan of this because I literally have no lashes. And remember on this side, maybe it was like 3 weeks ago, I had all my lashes had come out. Well, they're all growing back really, really nicely. And with this mascara, I feel like it does a good job. I did a little wing with the Profusion eyeliner, which is a $2 eyeliner. I really, really like it. Now, moving on to bronzer, I'm just taking my Physicians Formula bronzer, and this is in I think it's a deep one, Endless Summer, so it's not the original one. This is much more deep, but I thoroughly enjoy the tone, and yeah, I love it. It's really, really pretty, it smells good, can't go wrong with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, it's classic. For blush, I'm going in with my Hourglass Ghost. This is the blush quad. I'm taking these two shades right here, and I'm just going to start backward and move it forward and keep it high up on the apples of the cheek. And if I've taken too much, I just take my powder brush and buff that all away, making it all look very cohesive and nice. I actually forgot to add that I went in with my Milani Baked Bronzer in Dolce over top of the Physicians Formula as well, because I really like that layered together. It gives sort of a gleam. For highlight, I'm going to be using this small Wander Beauty highlight in After Hours. It's called Wondrous Glow, and it's really actually very pretty. Let me swatch it for you. That's beautiful, in my opinion. And so I'm going to use this. I don't have my Shop Miss A brush down here, but if I did, I would be using it. It's only $1. I do have a link below if you want to shop through Shop Miss A, and I also have a couple of videos on what I think are the best from Shop Miss A, and just a whole bunch of stuff that are really, really popular. I have a dupes video for a very expensive eyeshadow that you can get through Shop Miss A. Wow, I really, really love this highlight. It's subtle, but it can be built up to blinding. I think it's the perfect shade. It's not emphasizing any texture or pores. Let's add a little bit more. And that's really, really, really pretty. Nice glow going on. We're going to finish the powder part with the Jaclyn Hill. I'm going to go over that again just to see how it looks. I did look at it upstairs and it looks like just a gleam on the skin. It's not sparkly, it's not glittery or anything. It's just a gleam of something, just a hint of radiance. And I really do enjoy it thoroughly. So I really like that. I think this just added a little more, actually it smoothed it out. But overall, I think my complexion looks really super amazing, stunning. I absolutely love it. So for my lip liner, I'm using the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in Sugar and Spice, one of my faves. Then I'm going to be going in with the Colourpop and Kathleenlights What's Your Sign lipstick. It's a really beautiful nude. It's a more brown nude. It actually matches that lip liner really, really nicely. And finally, I'm going to be going in with the Kathleenlights Moonchild gloss from Colourpop, my absolute favorite. This gloss is so nice. It adds that extra bit of something. I wear this on its own all the time, and I just found it after probably like a year. So I'm overall impressed with, I love that Wander Beauty. Love this highlight. I wasn't expecting to, but I really do. I'm impressed. I'm going to use my Shop and Save fan brush, see if I can't get a little more on the high points. Yeah, definitely. So pretty. I like this fan. It reminds me of the Sephora one. I actually have the Sephora one, and I prefer this over that. And this is the AOA Studio F11 fan brush. It's actually really, really dense. It's not super flimsy, but yeah, it works really well. Love it. So, I highly recommend the Jaclyn Hill moon powders. I really do like that. And the Carats shade looked really, really dark, but it actually went on super, super light, and you guys saw the swatch. It is very forgiving. So if you are my skin tone or even just a little bit lighter, Carats would definitely work for you. Now they are going to be coming back into stock. So I think December 5th. As far as the Going Coconuts palette goes, I don't recommend this. You don't need this. I mean, many, many colors in here can be found in the e.l.f. New Classics palette, so this is nothing revolutionary or extraordinary to me. If you have some of the neutral Milani shadows or even the older Colourpop palettes like the Double Entendre palette is like, you can also use that instead of this. And then there's another one that I actually have that is almost the same thing, so you don't need that if you have these other two. Let me go find it. It's the Colourpop Give It To Me Straight palette. I can't find mine, but that's very, very similar. So you don't need this one. You really, really don't. Save your money. It's out of stock anyway. If you have the other two and you have the e.l.f. New Classics palette, you're good. We're going to set everything down with the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set. And I want to ask you guys questions. I have all these palettes that are new to review. I have the Kylie Summer palette. I've got this new NARS, it's called Hyped. NARS Hyped palette to review. If you want to look with that, let me know. Or the Kylie. I also have the Marc Jacobs Scandalous. I want to try to open this. It's really difficult. Why can't I ever do this? Marc Jacobs Scandalous, if you guys want me to do that one. And those are it for eyeshadow palettes. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Jaclyn Hill powder and the Going Coconuts collection. I do recommend their the lip duo. I really do like that, and I think it's worth the money. It's very, very inexpensive. It's similar to the Laneige. I find this one to be a little bit more hydrating, longer lasting, and I like that it's unscented. I really, really like the the grit on the sugar scrub is perfect, and it tastes sweet if you get it in the mouth. It's not like it tastes awful, so I think that's definitely worth it. The Going Coconuts palette is not anything extraordinary unless you're like a diehard collector of the Colourpop palettes, then go ahead and buy it. But like I said, if you have any of the other palettes that I spoke about earlier, then you can definitely pass on this. So I love you guys. I hope you like this video. Let me know down in the comments. What did you guys do for Black Friday? What did everyone pick up? Let me know. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see you next time. Bye.